A Juno on the shelf and a heart in every note. When he hits the stage, yeah, the whole room glows. He's the spark that starts the fire everywhere he goes. On Highway 6, we're riding tonight. Love Bay Radio, we're feeling alive. Turn the dial up, let the music hit. Toronto in the groove on Highway 6. Ooh. 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 Petraa brings a soul with a voice so true. A Juno nominated heart shining right on through. Every melody she sings feels like something new. Painting every moment in a brighter hue. On Highway 6, we're riding tonight. Love Bay Radio, we're feeling alive. Turn the dial up, let the music hit. Toronto in the groove on Highway 6. And Ron's in the studio, shaping dreams, dreaming summer sound out of pen, steady beats deep and profound producer with a vision, always holding it down. He's the quiet heartbeat, the shaking the ground. On Highway 6, we're riding tonight. Love Bay Radio, we're feeling alive. Turn the dial up, let the music hit. Toronto in the groove on Highway 6. On Highway 6, we're riding tonight. Love Bay Radio, we're feeling alive. Turn the dial up, let the music hit. Toronto in the groove on Highway 6.
Hey, Love Bay family. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Highway 6 to Africa. It's your girl, Petraa. I'm joined by my amazing co-host, the amazing TYB, and the amazing Ron Mollinga. How y'all doing? What's going on, Ron?
Hey, Petraa, I'm doing great. It's a beautiful Saturday here on the west coast of Canada. Can't complain about the weather. I've heard yours is extremely hot. We're about 20 degrees. I heard you're somewhere around 30 or 40 degrees. So I have no complaints whatsoever, and nobody'd listen anyways. So it doesn't matter. I'm doing great. How you doing, TYB?
What?
You did this to me earlier today. What? I'm going, do you want me to speak up? Do I need to get closer? How much closer do you want?
Who wants to know?
Yeah, me. That's why I asked.
I'm good. I'm really, really good. Having fun. Yeah. Anytime we come in here, we have fun. And you know what? It's been great this week. And here we are. Coming to have a very great conversation with a very great lady. Yes, in the industry. So you know what? Everything is good. I'm pumped up. I'm really pumped up.
See.
And Petraa, how are you doing, Petraa?
Yeah, tell us about your vacation. And, we just got back, I heard. So tell us all about it.
That's right.
Okay, sure. Yes, I did actually get back. I touched back base into Canada. So I'm happy to be back. And yeah, it was great. So shout out to the whole island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I was there for 10 days visiting my grandma. So shout out to my grandma and my cousin. And yeah, it was amazing. Trust me, I haven't been home in 6 years. So it was great to be there, eat the food, be a part of the culture. I went to an island called Bequia, which is one of the Grenadine Islands. It's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous over there. So I met so many amazing people. And can you believe on the way back to Canada, our flight got cancelled. So we were stuck in Barbados, but it wasn't too bad. We stayed at a place called the Wyndham, which is a beautiful hotel. So me and Kingsley got to enjoy a little mini vacation in Barbados. So yeah, it was great all around. Well needed.
Was it canceled because there was no gas? Can I ask that? That's because I say that really sincerely because I know that is a problem in some places.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just said mechanical issues. That was the
Oh,
message I got. Either way, I just read the benefits. So
fair enough. Yeah.
yeah, we got to enjoy the perks. So shout out to Air Canada for that. Thank you. Thank you very much for looking after us.
Yeah, I was also following you. You were soaking yourself up. Yourself up here on the beaches in Saint Vincent.
Yeah. St. Vincent has some beautiful beaches. I went to Indian Bay. I went to Villa Beach, beached in Beckway. Yeah, it was amazing. And if anyone knows a lot about St. Vincent, we actually have a volcano called La Soufrière. So
Yeah.
a lot of the beaches, they have black sand. So it was just nice to be amongst that. And yeah, to see family and friends. That was actually one of the shortest times I've ever been in St. Vincent. Like shortest time. It needed to be longer, but I have a life here and I missed you, Ron, and I missed you, TYB. So, I couldn't stay away too long.
Mm-mm.
Hey,
Uh,
can I ask, other than family, what do you find most culturally different from Canada?
What different culture different? I would just say, look, obviously the food. The food is different,
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
in St. Vincent we have roti. There's a lot of other dishes like palau, which is chicken wings cooked in like rice. I can't eat that because I don't eat chicken and stuff. But I would say the culture, the weather, obviously, well, it's mostly cold here, but in St. Vincent it was nice. And also the mosquitoes. Oh
Ooh.
my gosh. I thought I was dying from the mosquitoes. Like the first day I was okay. Then after that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I had red bumps all over my legs. So
Oh,
anyone
yikes.
traveling, I forgot to bring my insect repellent, right? So I jumped onto TikTok. I'm like, give me a natural remedy for mosquito bites. So luckily, I don't know why, but went to the grocery store, got someone to pick up cinnamon powder. And it turns out cinnamon powder or cinnamon is a repellent to mosquitoes. So I spent half my trip covering myself in cinnamon powder, and they left me alone. So
And you got licked up by everybody.
yeah, exactly. I'd be on the bus and randomly people are licking my arm. No.
yeah. You were talking about Beckway. I've been to Beckway, an awesome place.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
beautiful, beautiful place. And Ron, it's like when you're on the ferry going towards there,
Hmm.
you look back and you look around when you're just about to get there, the
Mm,
mountain,
yeah.
everything is so picturesque, beautiful, very, very beautiful. And yeah, I think you had a very good time. Leaving might have been torturous,
It
Leaving.
was. It was just because I'm leaving my grandma. My grandma's 94. So I love you,
Mm.
Daisy. So and last time I was there, she was moving around a lot more. So but she fractured her hip, so she's in the bed now. But I have such great family looking after her. Shout out to my cousin Kendra. She's just amazing. She's a rock star. And also the nurses. So yeah, there's people who are there. But it's like mainly my grandma that I'm missing. But it's home. It's always going to be home. St. Vincent's always going to be home. So whether I'm away for like a year, 2 years, 10 years, and I go back, it's just literally like I never left. So yeah, that was
Wow,
beautiful.
wow, wow, wow.
Hmm. Good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
And
you for
we
asking.
didn't get the chance also to talk to you about your event just before you left. How did it go?
Oh yeah, I know everything was kind of like bang, bang, bang. Oh my gosh, the business launch expo 2026, it was amazing. And again, I want to shout out to Felicia Raquel and the whole team for organizing such an amazing event. Such a tease. It was so well received. We launched one of our products, a new product called the mini reset box, which is like a mini sample of all our teas. We get a candle, diffuser, affirmation cards, everything. So that we launched our product and it did really, really well on that day. And yeah, it was great. I got to perform. So I got to perform, do some music again. It was great to touch the stage. So I haven't even released my launch video yet because I was having to edit it when I was away, but didn't get a chance. So definitely people look out for that. You'll see all the highlights from such a tease from on our way there to before the event, during the event, after. But I want to shout out all the business owners. They all did so amazing. The speakers, and I know 2027 is going to be even bigger. So again, shout out to the whole team. Again, shout out Felicia. Great job.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. And what about the music scene? Were you able to get into the music scene in St. Vincent?
Well, I didn't really get into it too much. I wanted to, but again, I was there for family. But it is leading up to Carnival. So Carnival is like one of the major highlights in the island of St. Vincent. So Vincy Mass. So I was hearing some of the new music. So on my island is the main musical sound is soca. So there was a lot of new soca songs, artists, and I got to have a little sample of some of those. So it was nice because I remember growing up as a kid, we go to St. Vincent like every single year, you know, because my grandma had just left England and moved there. So my mom, she would go every year and she'd get the latest carnival songs, you know. So she was really up on that. So it was kind of nice to kind of be back in that scene. And yeah, so next year hopefully I'll be there for Vincy Mass. So
Wow.
No, so you're going back again.
definitely, Ronald, definitely.
Hmm.
And I want to bring the whole Love Bay family. That'd be great.
It'd be great to have you on the air there. That would be great.
Hey,
I know. I was trying last week, but it didn't work out, you know?
Good thing. Yeah, well, I'm glad you missed it for your sake. Sorry. For your sake. Yeah, it was
You know, I
tough.
always tend to miss those interesting shows, you know? I'm like, oh,
uh,
Darn.
oh gosh, darn it.
Shucks begologies.
that's right. That's right. But I think we are going to have a very good conversation today.
Yes.
With Tasha. I was speaking with Petraa of about half an hour before the show, and says, "Oh, I said Tasha T is here." He says, "Oh yeah, I know Tasha. What do you know much about her musically speaking in the industry?"
Are you asking me the question?
Yes, please. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, both myself and Tasha, like we've been in the reggae music industry for like over 2 decades, you know. So we definitely know each other from the musical scene, and she's been doing some amazing things in music. You know, her music is consistent
Yeah.
and very moving, you know, and yeah, I'm excited to have a conversation with her, you know. So she definitely represents Canadian reggae music, not even just to put her in a box, because she's not just a Canadian reggae artist, she's an international reggae artist, international reggae star, you know. But it's really good to see homegrown Canadian artists, especially in reggae, you know, making moves like she has. She's made such a huge mark for reggae music, you know, for our country. So I'm excited just to have a conversation with her today.
Yes, Tasha. Yeah, we're going to be having a very great conversation because, like, I have been listening to her songs, and you know what, caught my ear and my eye, and I said, maybe we may have to have a conversation, you know, with a Canadian artist, and just like you said, it's there's a lot of great talent here in Canada, but most of the time we overlook them and then go outside of that of our shores. And I'm so glad that everything Canadian is like in terms of music. I was listening to a podcast the other day and says, well, if you come to look at it, the center of the music industry is now shifting back to Canada.
Mm.
But it started from here. There's a lot of, if you take us back into the early or late 80s, 90s, and Cardinal Official, Chaos, and all these big artists and all these kinds. And they've did that kind of inroads in the country. And you know what? I'm so glad that we having that recognition back. Everything is shifting back to Canada, and I'm waiting. I can't wait to have a conversation with Tasha.
Definitely. Touching on what you said, actually, and it's funny you say that the industry is saying that the shift is coming back to Canada, but I feel like it never really left. I just feel like Canadian artists weren't really highlighted. I mean, look, Drake is Canadian, Justin Bieber, Canadian. You know what I mean? So I remember at one time on the charts there was Justin Bieber, Drake, Party Next Door, and they were all ruling the Billboard charts at one point simultaneously. So I mean, there's great Canadian talents. It's just I feel like the term Canadian or the fact that the country wasn't really highlighted. It was just the artists that were focused upon. But it is important to highlight where they come from. Canada has some amazing musicians that come out of here. There's something about the sound here, you know? And I think it boiled down to the eclectic mix of Canada, especially Toronto being a cultural mosaic. There's influences from all different cultures, especially in the city, that blends into creating these sounds. So that's why I believe it's highlighted in the music. Your thoughts, Ron?
Well, I'll tell you, one band came out of Toronto that's gone on tour again. It's called Rush. And
Woo!
Rush is now back on tour again. They have a woman from Germany who's the drummer
Okay.
to replace Neil Peart, who was from St. Catharines area. Yeah, that group all started out in the 70s and right up till now, and they're back on tour again. No new album. This is very common, though, for groups not to release new albums and then go back out on tour again. So they just happen to be it's just started recently within the last week or so. Yeah, I just know that it's getting a lot of attention on my feeds anyways and on Facebook and the likes.
Nice.
Yeah, what you said is very, very interesting because like normally if they are going on a tour. It's like they are going to
Promote.
Yeah.
right? But this is this is interesting. It's interesting because we don't see all those big bands of yesteryear. You know, just like today we don't see them. It's just one. I'm going on a tour and it's a playback. I don't have nothing against it, but then now it's so refreshing to have a group like Rush, which was big and is still big, going on a tour. And you know what? I can't wait if they come to Toronto. I think if I'm in a very great strength, I would like to go and see them because, hey, good group. Burton Cummings and how's Burton? I haven't heard from Burton and all the other guys,
Randy Bachman.
Randy Bachman and all these.
They're on tour too.
Are they? Wow.
We'll see how long they last together because I know they didn't get along. Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings, they didn't always get along. So, but I've seen in my feeds, I've seen pictures of them playing in various different places. So I think that I'm going to guess they're staying more in Canada, but I couldn't tell you. But Rush, I think, is somewhere out in some European country starting with. But and we'll see if they get to Toronto. I don't know why they wouldn't because that's their home territory.
Oh. I thought Burton was from out west.
Burton is from Winnipeg.
Oh,
Same thing with Randy Bachman. They're from Winnipeg. Both of them live here in the province of BC. However, yeah, that's where they got started with the big group, which was the Guess Who, before they went off and did different venues. But they started in Winnipeg.
Oh, I see. And Petraa, any exciting reggae festival this summer that you know where you'll be performing?
Performing, I don't really have anything lined up yet for the summer because I'm still in business mode. So, but I do have some events coming up for the tea, and we have some exciting things coming up for the tea. And actually, yesterday was our 1-year anniversary for Such a Teas. So,
congratulations!
Yay! Thank you. So, yesterday was really it was a really nice day. It was a quiet celebration. Like next year we're gonna do something louder, but just thinking about where the business has grown from. It literally this time last year it was just a thought, you know, and just to see what it's manifest year and the amount of growth from all the different products, the experiences, all the different events. So I'm so excited for year 2 because year 1 was just epic. So, and I think the launch expo, business launch expo 2026 was a great way just to kind of just round up, you know, like the year. And then now I'm back. I have my little break. I'm back and we're ready just to kick off the second year 2. So lots of exciting things in the works. So I'll be focused on that. But you know what? There are some things while I was away that I was working on for the music. So definitely keep a lookout for that. We have some things planned for the rest of the year. So, yay.
Oh, wow, wow. Then Jambana is coming up, and Jerk First, and
Mm-hmm.
it's summertime. What do you expect? Summertime. Yeah, we have Tasha in the studio, but Tasha, if you can turn on your camera, and then we go right at it. Yes, yeah, she's here, so I hope she turns on the camera, and then we start the ball rolling. But until then, no, we still there she is. There she
Up
is.
though.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Greetings, how you doing?
Greetings.
Blessed
How
good
are you?
afternoon,
Hello.
everyone. I'm doing great. Nice to see you again, Petra.
I
Oh my
know, Tasha.
God,
How are
been
you? It's been
so
a
long.
while.
I
I
know.
know.
So I want to big up TYB and Ron Mollinga.
It's
Okay,
pronounced
yeah.
Molinga. Yep, you get
Yeah.
close.
Thank you for
Call
having
him
me with the
anything you want to
blessings
call
and
him.
big up Love Bay. Yes, to the world. Hey. Yeah. I heard you talking that
Awesome.
it's hot. I'm like hot right now.
Tell me
But
about it.
Love Bay would be cooling me down, you know.
Cool you down with some love, you know?
I'm
So,
telling you. Yeah, man.
yeah. But yeah, it's great to have you on the show. So, as we're
Thank
diving
you.
into the interview, I'd love for you to share with our listeners who is Tasha T.
Well, definitely, Tasha T is a messenger, of the Almighty God. I was mandated to spread righteousness, peace, love, and joy and culture to the world. I'm a roots reggae cultural artist, um, recording artist, songwriter, producer, record label owner, Ras5 Records, and also artist consultant. And I'm also the founder of my own foundation, Tasha T Learning Foundation. Yeah.
That's amazing. Epic. Honestly, I love the growth. Awesome.
Thank you.
So, can you just also share with our listeners how, just explain to us your calling into music? Like, talk about the early stages.
My calling, I would say, music was, instilled in me. And my mom, I grew up with my mom in a Rastafarian home. And I remember every morning, my mom, like every 6 o'clock in the morning, she used to wake us up with the sounds of Bob Marley, Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaac, Burning Spear, Culture. I mean, the Studio One rhythms, because she was a record collector. So she always used to like dubs, the versions and all of that, where it's just the rhythm alone playing. And she would always play that every 6 o'clock in the morning, you know. So, so we got to get up and clean up and do all that stuff. And I remember too, growing up, I used to love to dance. So I always used to make up dance routines for the music that she would play, especially Bob Marley, Buffalo Soldier, you know, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And and then eventually we had a sound system in our home, Roadblock International, where every weekend the man them used to come down and practice because those days Roadblock International was always sound clashing with other sounds. So I was always that little girl in the middle, in the midst of all of that. They had a selector named Power Man, that always selected the music. So I was always there, going through the records, playing it. And when the man came down to DJ, I was always there mixing them, practicing how to mix them while they're DJing. And, then eventually I end up becoming the singer, you know.
Yeah.
I end up starting to write song clash lyrics, you know, and
Nice.
all these stuff. And then I did my first recording at a tender age on the Roadblock International label,
Nice.
collaboration with Trevor Jr., rest in peace, Trevor Jr.,
Mhm.
titled Wicked Man. Yeah, so that's how my journey started.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, so you mentioned the different businesses, companies that you have. So you're an artist, songwriter, producer, label owner, philanthropist, because you have your organization, and you're also a consultant for artists.
Yes.
It might be really hard to decide, but out of each role, which one do you prefer? Or even if you can't pick one, just
You
but
know
what
what?
role do you enjoy the most?
Tasha T is multifaceted. Like, I just do everything and not knowing that I'm doing everything, you know,
Yeah.
because once you love it and passionate about it, because everything is connected, you know,
Mm.
being an artist, producing, artist consulting, philanthropist, everything is connected. So my love, I love all my babies, you know, but the most of all is the most enjoyable is when you're on the stage performing for your fans. In
Yeah.
the studio, you know, um, you're having fun, you're recording, you're letting it out, and then when you hear the production, you say yeah. But when you're actually on stage singing for the people, that's when you feel the real joy because the connection between you and
Hmm.
your fans. You can dance, you can express, you can talk, you can, you know what I mean? And the band,
Exactly.
working with a band, it's a plus too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the whole combination is great. So yeah, I love everything I do.
Awesome. Thank you. Ron?
Where are you based out of? Because I know it's not Jamaica. And why did you pick there? Can I ask?
Well, Toronto, Canada is where I was born. I was
Mm-hmm.
raised in Canada with my
Mm-hmm.
mother, and I think because how my mom raised me in a Rastafarian home, where she taught us about the Bible, taught us about Haile Selassie, His Majesty, and you know, for to be positive and to continue spreading the messages. And she grew me up like a Jamaican. I had to do
Mm-hmm.
everything when I was young. She has six of us and I'm the oldest. So it was more like I was a second mother. When my mom had to go work in the morning, I was the one that had to get up early, get my brothers and sisters ready for school, cook, make them breakfast, make them dinner, you know. So, I did everything at a younger age, and I give thanks for that because a lot of people would think that I was born in Jamaica because of, how I move and all that stuff. So, I mean, yeah, Jamaican all the way. One
Mm.
Jamaica.
Yeah. And hey, you've earned the nickname the musical ambassador. What does that title mean to you
It means a
personally?
whole lot. I got that title from Read Across Jamaica Foundation. This was
Mm-hmm.
in 2011 when I was approached to be their musical ambassador. And they said, you know what, Tasha, we love what you're doing because I was always wanted to do things when it comes to the children, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and even with my music, I always sing and write positive songs so the children can relate to it, the youths can relate to it, and I can be that example for them. So when they approached me, I was like, what, me? Oh my gosh. I was so excited because as a little girl, I always saw myself, you know, teaching and educating the world about our history and about everything. So when they approached me, I was like, yes, this is something that I always wanted to do. And from they gave me that title, and every year we used to go to Jamaica to donate school books, create learning activities for them, and reading was, very was their actually main theme to encourage the youth in that reading is very important. So every year we used to go to Jamaica during educational week, and it was fun, and we went to different schools every year, like maybe like 10 schools every time we go. And I was their musical ambassador where I would sing the theme song for them. The theme song is on my Real Talk album, Educate Yourself, and you know get engaged with them with music and in words of encouragement. So that's how that title came about, the musical ambassador. Yeah. And then
Mm.
that
Oh,
led me to establish my own foundation.
cool. TYB?
Yeah, Tasha, welcome to to Highway to Africa. My question to you is, of all the songs that you've written, See, as an artist myself, I've written so many songs, recorded so many songs, but I have one that I liked, and I can give a reason why I did it. With all the songs that you've written, which one is your favorite? How much
Oh
you
my
put
God,
into it?
that's
And
so hard. It's always like I can't love one and then don't love the other because all my songs I put all my heart, my heart, my body, my soul, my mind, everything into it. So I mean,
How
each
about a
song.
favorite? How, how about a favorite song?
a
But
favorite.
you know what? My album coming up, I have some favorites still. I'm not
Mm.
gonna lie about that one.
All right, all
My
right.
upcoming One World album, I do have some favorites, but the ones before, Win or Lose, I would say, and that is a remake of Phyllis Dillon, One Life to Live, and that's like the anthem song for me here in Canada, where
Mhm.
I take that song as my own, so people would think it's my own song, but it's really Phyllis Dillon's song. Um, oh my gosh, Better Fire, Firm Meditation,
Mhm.
Another Day is another one of my favorites. Spread Some Love, um, Hold Me.
It's fine. So, with all of that, pick one of them, and why? Why did you choose? I mean, why did you write the lyrics about?
Choose one of them. Oh my
Oh my
God.
God.
Gee,
Yeah,
boy,
you
That's
know,
he's
asking
making this
the one
Choose
difficult.
song.
one. Oh
Yeah.
my Lord.
you
Right.
have definitely you
Okay.
have one.
Better Fire is one of my favorite because I find that, and it was written by me and my producer, Paul Patchy Wright. And it was a time when we were there in the studio in Jamaica at Sly and Robbie studio. And we only wrote it to the drum track. So we never had no guitars, no bass, no nothing. And we're just holding a conversation and we're saying, boy, you have some people that are so ungrateful because no matter the little things that they do for you, you gotta appreciate of what people do. Even if them bring you to the bus stop, or even say they're gonna pick up something for you, you gotta appreciate of all of that. And at the same time, you got to know where you're going in life. You can't, make a blind man lead you. You got to lead yourself. If them can't lead themselves, how you gonna follow a blind man that cannot lead you? So you got to have a sense of direction where you want to go and where you are going. So that's why I said none of them can get to a head, cause in a fire they must spread them bed. If you bite the hands that feed you, you're just like a walking dead.
Mhm.
See how easy it was. That was it. See how easy it
A
was.
line.
That's right.
Right. So, you got to appreciate everybody when do something for you because we people have this mentality that, yes, I'm an independent woman. Yes, I'm able to do things on my own. But at the same time, how do you get by? There's always going to be people there that's going to help you along the way. You understand? Whether or not you spent your own money, you did this and that, you're going to always need somebody there, you know? So we got to appreciate love everything that everybody does
Yeah, you see,
because we
it
are
was.
not alone.
Yeah, yeah. You answered the question right there, right
Yeah. Mhm.
Awesome. So Tasha, so looking back over your career and you've had a great long career, right? What would you say has been the biggest lessons that you've learned along the way?
there.
the biggest lessons, the biggest lessons I've learned that you got to learn the business side of the music industry. You got to have a solid, strong team around you, that people who are positive and that
Mm-hmm.
have the same vision as you,
Mm-hmm.
and want the same thing for you. You got to learn to be humble and patient
Yeah.
because we know this music industry, it's a long road, and nothing don't happen overnight. And for me, I've learned that it's not about the fame and the hype and the money. It's
Mhm.
about the mission that I am on, that the Almighty put me on, to continue to spread positive messages throughout the world, and especially for the children of today. So you got to be perseverance, dedicated, and believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then you're gonna get distracted, because there's so much distraction within the
Mhm.
music industry, where we tend to say, "Oh my gosh, I wanna do that what that person is doing." No, stay in your own lane, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
know that you are here for a purpose, and that's what keeps me going. I know I'm here for a purpose, and I'm gonna continue until you know what I mean. So we just got to stay focused, and what I realized too is that you know you're gonna have distraction, and once you have that distraction, you got to know how to overcome it, and how to just don't let that get the best of you, because it will. Just be yourself and be true to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Wow.
And then I wanted to ask you, as a woman in reggae music, what challenges have you overcome?
I've overcome a lot, in terms of sometimes you have a bagger man on a show, and they want to push
Mm.
they want to push the woman them up front, and they don't want to highlight you,
Mm-hmm.
But I've learned to overcome that by just, what, it is what it is. I'm here for the people, and I'm just gonna do what I have to do. You understand? Whether they
Yeah.
put me on first, or whether. So you go through that. The challenge is also where working with promoters, you know, they don't give you that leverage where you deserve. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be strong. You definitely gotta be strong. And as a woman in the business, it's hard. It's not easy for us, especially if we're a single mother and we have children. It's easy for the man them to get up and go. No disrespect, TYB and Ron, but we
Mm-hmm.
can't
Tell
get up
him.
and just go. We have to make sure everything is lined up. So like for me,
Yeah.
if I'm doing my shows or my tours, how no matter how big my children are, I have to make sure they're in good hands. There's food in the house, they're good, everything is set before I can move. You understand? And try to have people in place to guide and watch over them for me. So
Yeah.
it's not that easy.
Yeah,
and
I know.
especially if you have 2 3 jobs, because living in the foreign country is not easy. We got to work a 9 to 5. At the same time, we have children to look after, we have a household to take care of, and we have us to take care of.
Mhm.
Self-care. you know so we got to try to balance everything along the way, and that's what Tasha T is all about. I balance everything, and how I get to balance it is the strength and the love and the power of the Most High God that keeps Tasha T going.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? When I'm doing things, or when I have things to do, I don't even think about it, because I know the Father is here beside me, guiding me. So I just
Exactly.
do it. If I have to be here, because this is my little home studio where I do my recording. If I have
Nice.
to sit here till 4 o'clock and wake up 6 for go to work, I have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the strength of the Most High. So that's how it is. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah. No, for sure. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, I totally agree with you. In order to keep going, I mean, it's not easy, but we need to rely on something bigger than ourselves, which is the Almighty, for guidance, for opening doors and just giving us a favor just to continue. And like you said, to continue on your mission, because
Yes.
that's why you're doing music, and I'm really happy that you highlighted that, because some
Yeah.
people, they do music because they have the talent. Some people do it because they enjoy it. But some people recognize their role in the music,
Yeah.
why they're in it, And I'm happy that you're living that, you're speaking about that, and it
Yeah.
shows through your music and the things that you do.
Yeah, man, we all have a role to play, each and one of us, TYB, Ron, Petraa, we all have a role to contribute to this world and to the people. So once we can recognize and acknowledge that, we're good. God is always there, guiding us and leading us in the right direction. He's
Exactly.
never gonna fail us. We just
Yeah.
got to believe and trust and have faith in Him. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
There's nothing under the earth or under the sky is impossible. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
man.
So I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you another question before you go to Ron and such. So you've been in the industry for many decades, and
Yes.
yes, that's how long we've known each other, like from
Yeah.
the
Over two
beginning.
decades, three
I
decades.
know.
It's
I
been a
can't
while.
believe I blink. I'm like, really? Boy, has the time flown.
I know. I know.
Aging so beautifully, you would never
Yes,
tell.
you're looking nice, pretty. You
Both
look
of
like when
us.
I just met you. I even look a bit younger. A little
I
bit
know.
younger.
You too, girl. Like honestly, like a fine wine, You're looking great.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, over the years and just your time in the industry, like what opportunities and challenges have you experienced being a reggae artist based in Canada?
Mm.
Um, well, for me, Tasha T, I've always taken my music outside of Canada in terms of
Mm-hmm,
production as well. Most of my
mm-hmm,
music, is built, in Jamaica with notable producers, musicians, and so forth.
mm-hmm,
And I don't just limit my music to just Canada.
mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm.
know, when my manager, back in 2023, 2003, rest in peace, he passed away last year. And
No, sorry about
he actually, you know, exposed me to the world in terms of when I just started, when I did Win or Lose, that song kind of break me out for me to be more recognized within the music industry in Jamaica. So I met
that.
lots of producers. I was on lots of big shows. I was on Sunsplash, Sumfest, Irie Jamboree in New York,
Mm-hmm.
you name it. So those are the opportunities that, you know, when I just started in music. And then eventually, after a while, I started to explore my own self by investing in myself and going to England to do a promotional tour. And I met lots of radio DJs, did lots of shows. And then 2017 is when I decided, I said, you know what? I want to go to Africa, but the first country I have to go is Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
And I made that happen.
Hmm.
That's
you
good.
know?
Awesome.
So that's the next thing as an artist, we got to invest in ourselves and go out there. Don't wait on no one to do nothing for you. You just have to go out there and do it for yourself.
Mm.
And I was happy I made that step in 2017. Um, and then, going to Jamaica, I go to Jamaica very frequently where I do lots of promotion and shows and work with producers and so forth. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, trust me, my career is like, I can't even read the book.
Yeah, yeah. And it's gonna get even
there, there,
bigger.
yeah, there's just so much to talk about, so much to tell. I performed with Alpha Blondie, which was a great experience. Yeah, in Philadelphia. He was on his mini tour. And I remember my aunt in Philadelphia, Debbie, where he was doing a tour and they introduced me to him and he liked our sound and he said, okay, you're gonna come on stage. I'm like, what? We never rehearsed or practiced or nothing, so I didn't had no idea what I was gonna sing. He's just like, I'm gonna sing a song and then you sing. I'm like, okay. But I just end up freestyling and the love, and that was a great experience because I never experienced where as soon as you go on the stage, the people don't know me or heard of me, but they start
Mm-hmm.
grabbing from my hand and reaching out, and I felt the love. And I was like, wow, that was amazing, you know? Another time was with Marcia Griffiths,
Oh,
which now it's like
Yeah.
every time I'm around and I'm there, she's automatically calls me on stage. We don't rehearse nothing at all. She just calls me up and we freestyle and it happened. So she's done that a few times. She did it last year when I was in England, in the UK, on my UK tour and so forth. So yeah, um, yeah, there's a whole lot. And then Boris Brott, rest in peace, Boris Brott. He's a musical, one of Canada's finest musical conductor, which was my first experience performing with the orchestra for the children. It was a children concert in Hamilton, in Toronto here. And that was a lovely experience. I never performed with the orchestra before. And the vibe and the energy. And I was also narrating the Underground Railroad. So I was doing that and performing with the orchestra. So yeah, what else? There's so much stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I had a lot of great opportunities, and I know there's more to come. But as I said, we just gotta be humble within and let the Father do His works. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. I love how that sounds. Go ahead, Ron.
It sounds like it sounds like you're an independent artist. If so, why not did you choose that? Because you could be a signed artist. I'm not sure yet. However, maybe you could tell us why you have chosen the route you have that way.
Well, I think it's just how the music industry is now. Back then, way back then, a lot of artists were signed to record companies and labels.
Correct.
But now
Yes.
everything just diminished and it's not like that no more.
Hmm.
Record labels don't want to sign artists no more to that and spend their money like that again. So it just happened that I just signed to my own label,
Yeah.
my own
Fair
record
enough.
label.
That's
But I
right.
have a team of people that I work with, and that's the most important. You need a team. Just as a record company has their team, you need a team of people, that can help to propel you to that next level. So, um, yeah, it is what it is, Ron. Like,
Yeah,
you
hey, that's fair. Hey, most of the people we have are very similar in their way of thinking. Very few are wanting to be signed, and some are even going out of being signed by major labels. So it's not uncommon, trust me.
yeah, it's the in thing now. So,
Yeah, I would say. You've been nominated twice for a Juno. Has that helped you out much for Juno for Best Reggae Recording? Has that helped you? Because I know some people say, yeah, it sort of helped me for a bit and then everything sort of fell apart. What's your feeling on that?
I would say when I was nominated for my second Juno, it did
Hmm.
help me in terms of that's so Boris brought his wife discovered me at the Juno. I was just walking and I had my nice, elegant dress, and she walked over. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I want to tell you, look so nice that dress up." And then that's how we connected, And then I told her where I was, and she was, "Wow!" And she was just so impressed, and that's how I got connected. You know, um, did you know it helps to an extent, but you got to know how to use it and how to, make it work for you, because it's not something that is gonna work for you in sense of okay, you're a Juno winner or Juno nominee. Are you traveling the world? Are you going places that you've never been before? Yes, to a certain extent, but you got to keep on that momentum and work towards it and keep it going. But I mean, it does help because when people see that on my resume, they say, "Oh my gosh, nominee, you're a winner." So it does help to an extent. Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I just asked because I know some of have said the very same words as you. It's either it shot them up a bit, or it's even though in some cases brought them down a bit. So no rights or wrongs to this, of course.
yeah.
Um, yeah, TYB, go ahead, sir. I mean, my
Yeah,
friend.
yeah, yeah. I agree with what Tasha said. Like it can connect you. When I first got the Juno, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to Hollywood and stuff.
Hey, life is over. Hey, it's all so easy now. Just send me
Yeah.
all the money. Send me the money.
That's right. After party, I'm telling you. I was just down. I was so excited, and then you know what? It didn't. My expectations afterwards wasn't that, but then it opened doors for us to be
Yes.
able to tour to sold out, venues in the United States, here in Canada, and stuff like that. But then the nomination came, and you know what? And I said, that's it. But to build on what Tasha said, to have a team around you to build upon that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you got
No,
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's good to have it on your resume. It's big, it's huge, right?
Yeah, it
Hmm.
is. Yeah.
Build upon that, and then you know what, it could or could not, it may or may not open doors depending on who you are as an individual. If you want to
Mm-hmm.
pursue the music industry as it is right now, where now nothing matters,
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
it's all about the big boys trying to manipulate and then do everything. So you got to go out there to do things for yourself. It's not like what we used to
Yeah.
have before, right? So it's I share what your sentiments about that. But then my question is, how do you stay motivated in all of this? 'Cause-
God alone. God alone. Him alone. Him come first. He comes first. And then friends and families and my fans and people like you and Petra and Ron that keeps me going, showing the love and let me know that I'm doing a great job. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And even if you not tell me, I still keep motivated. Self motivation is the key.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
Self
Exactly. No
motivation is the key. You gotta motivate yourself. Cause
Mhm.
sometimes, like for me, sometimes you might go to a friend or family and say, "Hey, listen to this song," and they don't give you that love or they're not in the mood. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, forget about you. Let me move on to somebody else."
Hmm.
you know. But that doesn't get me down. That just
Yeah.
keeps me going and say, "All right, then there will be a time when they're able to listen and give me good feedback." You know what I mean? I just keep it going, keep it writing, keep recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Yeah,
keeps me going, motivation. Yeah.
I like that. I'm going to ask this question. Ron, I'm going to steal what Ron sometimes.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Wrong.
going to steal it from. He says, what does your creative process look like?
Don't
Ah,
answer that question until I get to it.
Don't make it
No.
wrong.
it all depends. It all depends. Like it depends on the mood you're in, the day, the vibes, the energy. Like for me and my producer, Patchy, like a lot of the time, like even some of the songs in the album are built through conversations that we're having. Like we'd be talking and something comes up and we just said, "All right, then come. We're gonna write the song now," and we both just sit right because he's in the States and I'm here. So it's a virtual, you know, virtual thing right now where I'm recording and I have him on video and we're writing and building the tracks and doing all that stuff. So we actually just come up with the idea and the melody and say, all right, then we want it to sound like that, or this is what we're going to do. This is how we want it. And that's how it is. There's times where I just get a rhythm from another producer and just build on. I let the rhythm speak to me. You know, I don't fight myself to say, oh my gosh, I'm going to write this on it. No, I let the rhythm bounce and flow and I play it over and over and whatever melodies come to me, and then I just put the words together and I say, okay, this is the direction that I want to take with it. There's times as well where we don't have no melody, no lyrics, but we just want to build a rhythm.
Mhm.
And we just create the idea of the sound and the idea of what we want. And we just get the musicians to play them and they put it together. And then we say, all right, then we're going to write. So there's so much different process when it comes to creativity, you know? Yeah.
Thank you, Petra.
Awesome. So, Tasha, you spent decades inspiring people through your music and your philanthropy work. What legacy do you want to leave behind?
Mm.
Well, definitely for my foundation, Tasha T Learning Foundation. And I want everyone to know that My foundation is to provide children, youth, and seniors access to opportunities to engage in educational, artistic, social, and cultural programs. So, my legacy, I want to leave my foundation, for the children, where now I do tutoring. So, I tutor for reading, math, and English. And I'm also an educator. I work with special needs children, so I do tutoring for learning disabilities and so forth. So I want to make sure that my foundation is able to help, children and parents especially, that need the support that they need, and that get the support that they need, and able to support their children in every way, because we see how the system is when it comes to the children, and we as a parents have to be there, and especially the parents need guidance, they need tips how to help their children, to reach to that next
Mm-hmm.
level. It's not all about they're going to school, they get their homework, they get an A, they get a B, but you're still not there seeing what they're doing and supporting them and learning to see what they're doing. So I want to make sure that parents are aware of the certain strategies of how to support their children, engage in their learning, not just about pen and paper, have games, have activities. That way they can learn through that. You know what I mean? So, and then, of course, my music, the positive message, to know that Tasha T is here for a purpose. It's not just the fame, it's about the mission and the message, and peace and love and joy and happiness that we all can have within ourselves if we come together. Because unity is strength, you know what I mean? And we
Mm-hmm.
got to make sure that we look out for the children because they are the future. So, yeah, my legacy shall live on with my music and the positive words and inspiration. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I was gonna ask a question, but you pretty much answered that with the
I know
last
I
thing you
always do
said.
that.
Like that's
I'm
good though.
sorry.
Maybe
I'm so bad
alignment.
for that. You asked me one question like this.
Mm.
That's
I just
okay.
mean that.
Yeah, it's okay. I have a
Yeah.
bonus question. So I wanted to ask you. So you traveled the world spreading positive message through your music. If you could summarize your life's mission in one sentence, what would that be?
My life mission.
Woo!
Mhm.
Unity, strength, peace, love, and unity. Tasha
Nice.
step on a mission, treading through the rocky roads. So I carry my load. Tasha T step on a mission, musical mission. Yeah.
I love that.
But
Thank
you
you.
know, the biggest thing right now is my new single and my upcoming album. So I'm not gonna say anything unless you have that question to ask me.
No,
I'll
yeah,
wait.
honestly, yeah, definitely share about your new album. Yeah, let us know about your new album and
Okay.
your latest single. Yeah.
Right. So the latest single which is a leading single from my upcoming One World album, is 10 Foot Wall, which is doing great.
Mm.
It's actually on the New York Foundation Network charts at number 3. So I'm
Oh,
happy for that.
amazing.
Yes, and 10 Foot Wall is not just a song, it's a living testimony. It's a reminder that no matter how high the obstacles in front of us appear, perseverance and unwavering faith will always see us through. You understand? So, and we got to know that God is always there for us. No
Mhm.
matter how we see things rough and we feel like we can't overcome or sidestep some things. We just have to know that God is always there for us. So no matter you know, no matter how people want to see us fall or don't want us to elevate, we know that Jah blessing surrounds us higher
Yeah.
than a 10 foot wall. And the One World
Mm.
album is a special album, very, 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 very special album. To know that I haven't released an album in the last 12 years.
Oh, wow.
and and this is my third album to date.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very special. It's a gift to me, to my fans, and to everyone, and to the world that will unite the world, with uplifting messages, very inspirational. It's a dynamic album, because 10 Foot Wall is a song that a lot of people never expect Tasha T to explore in terms of vocals, because I'm just singing.
Yeah.
So the
Mm.
album is rounded and grounded where, yeah, I can't wait to share it with the world. And there's a song on there for everyone, and it's not just for one set of people, it's for the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank
And that
you.
should be out for the summer. We don't have a date yet. We're still in the process of finishing off, but yeah, it will be out for the summer. And
Okay.
Tough Kong will be distributing the album.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah.
And when you want to go ahead.
Yeah, and the album, most of the tracks are produced by my producer, Paul Pachi Wright, and
Mm-hmm.
myself, so Island Yard Productions and Rasfi Productions. And then we have other producers like Linford Fata Marshall,
Mm-hmm.
and Shane Green.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Slide on Bar, rest in peace, Slide, and
Mm-hmm.
Sydney Mills. So those are the other songs we have. And then I have collaborations. Oh my gosh. Yes. I can't tell you yet, but yes, we have
Okay.
great collaborations.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then for anyone out there that wants to get your album, where should they look out to get any news of when it's going to be officially released?
Well, they should follow me on my all my social media platforms. Instagram, Tasha T Music,
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, Tasha T Music, Facebook, Tasha T Music Official, and Twitter, Tasha Music One. Also my website, tashatmusic.com. So
Mm-hmm.
once you follow me on social media, I mean, I'm very active on social media and so forth. So, and then there's a new project now that just released yesterday. Again, my producer Pachi, he produced that song titled One Jamaica with 34
Mm.
artists on one track, which we have never
Wow.
had that done before. So
Mm-hmm.
that one is doing great. We just released that One Jamaica. So each of us have a part in this song. So there's a lot of things happening right now. So I decided to give thanks, Yeah,
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
no problem.
Yeah. Ron, did you have any?
Ron looks like him.
Um,
What is this
no,
about, Ron?
no. I
Oh,
used to be a teacher for over 30 years. Where are you an EA then, an education
Yes,
assistant? Is
yes,
okay then. I see.
yeah, yeah.
So with you being doing that, when do you have the time to record?
Mm.
Trust me, I
And
do.
between that and being a mother, and yeah, so when do you find the times?
Trust me. Once you love what you do, you're gonna always find time to put in.
Hmm.
So, as I said, I could be here till 3, 4 o'clock and have to get up 6 to go to work.
Hmm.
mhm.
Right.
you know,
Fair enough.
or if I
Yeah.
have, or even after work, whatever I have to do, I have to do it. If I have a
Hmm.
show, I fly out, fly back in, and make
Yeah.
Hmm.
sure I'm here for the children as well. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. TYB.
And my final question would be is what would be your advice to new and emerging artists into this chaotic industry that we call it the music industry right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's bare madness
Hmm.
on social media. And I do have a song titled SMH, meaning social media hype, and everything you propose. I get hype and
Mm.
pause. And everything glitter, you go put it on Twitter, you be smart and clever. And everything you fi share. Don't become the next clown of the year. Don't get your nightmares over likes and shares. Don't throw your business out there. Cause this I want a real epidemic. Everybody get hooked on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Agree.
That's the advice I would give them. Don't, it's not everything you need to share. And if you share stuff, share positive things, Share
Yeah.
things that are meaningful. So you got to be mindful of all these things, you know what I mean? And I would also say, put God first in everything you do. That's my motto. put God first in everything you do. Once you put Him first, everything would be so easy. You be sailing so easy. You know what I mean? And believe in yourself, invest in yourself. And when you're writing music and songs, think about the world, think about the children, think about, what are you contributing to this world of today? You know what I mean? And we got to keep it clean and positive. And yeah, know the business side of it. Be self motivated, self care, self love. You got to love yourself first, you know? Um, and just love your brothers and sisters and be humble and patient, you know? Yeah.
And I like that because I'll say about 2 3 years ago, the type of songs that were being written were kind of negative and nudity and all these kind of stuff. And I think it's come down. The whole thing has come down a little bit. Sometimes I sit back and say, why do people write songs like this that may never see the light of day on radio,
I know.
that-
It's
or,
just,
or
it's just, yeah, it's just the hype, and sometimes they're just following the trend, what's happening,
Mm.
and is what people say to them. Okay, this is what's happening, so you need to go that way. I remember when I went to Jamaica to do some recordings in 1996, and I was brought to the studio, and them say, "Yeah, man, we can work with Tasha T, but our lyrics need to change." Because I was always talking about Haile
or
Selassie and Rastafari, and them said, "No, man, you need a girl lyrics," and I actually did. They wrote the song, and I recorded it. No girl can't take your man and all these type of things, right? So I'm like, but say you are goody goody. I'm like, okay. So when I came back home from Canada, I sat down. I'm like, no, this is not me. I'm like,
Mm.
I know I can make it with cultural messages and positive songs. I said, no, that's
Yeah.
not me. And I continue from that. I never went back there to do that. You understand? So, you know, we got to know for ourselves what we want for ourselves. And as you said, if you don't feel good within yourself, then you know something is wrong. You understand? And a lot of times, reggae music is the king's music. It's a spiritual music. When Bob Marley and Peter Tosh and all of them, it's a spiritual music, a movement of positiveness, Rastafari all the way. Where, we got to put our soul into it and know that this is a spiritual movement. And I keep that from them time to now. I don't try to change or try to go in the next lane just because, I stay in my own lane and continue to focus and continue to do what I need to do. Yeah. Yeah, man.
I love that. I love that, Petra. I mean, what more can I say? You know,
Exactly.
Thank
Well,
you.
there is one thing I wanted to ask, and I know it's a question we always touch on, but I would love to get your thoughts. What are
yeah.
your thoughts on AI in
Ah,
the music industry and also AI when it comes to your music? Is it something that you're actively using or are you against it? Like, what are your thoughts when it comes to AI and music?
AI is terrible right now. Like I know a lot of people use it for good reasons. I mean, it's good and it's bad. Just as the internet, it's good and it's bad. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everything you do has a positive and a negative. It's just we have to know how to use it and to use it for good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing I don't like is you don't know what's real from what's fake. You know what I mean? I can't
Mm.
tell. Like,
Yep.
and a lot of
yeah.
time when you're scrolling and a news come up, I'm like, is this real? You know, you gotta cross reference to say, did this really happen over there? What? And then when you check it, like, oh yeah, it did. And I'm like, okay. So you don't know. So it's like I just feel social media just have us as zombies. It's sad to
Mm.
say. That's what I'm putting it because you're scrolling. You scroll, you scroll. You don't even stay on it for a minute or two. You scroll, you see. You know,
Exactly.
so it just feel like your mind is just, you know what I mean? You don't take the time. And if you do, out of that, all that scrolling, maybe out of two, you sat down and took the time to watch or listen to what the person is saying or doing. So it's like we got to know how to control ourselves. We got to know, what is good and what is not good, what is fake, what is real. So, and then I see people using the AI for music videos, and when you look, it's not even them. I'm like,
I
it
know.
look, it look, it looks like them. I'm like, me not do that. Me sorry, me want the real thing. Me not doing that. No matter how it can make you look like you fly over the mountain or jumping at the sea or flying at the sky. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do that. I don't believe in that because I want real authentic things where,
Mm,
so when I see some people do that, I just shake my head. I'm like, wow, at this we're going to know.
I
Mm.
So
know.
especially, you know, for what we stand for. You understand? So I try not to get caught up in all of that. Um, there's so much things AI could do. You just got to know what works for you and what does not. You know, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't see it. I don't see it being a long-lasting tool that will last very long.
Mm.
Because all the people that will make it and the officials and the system can see that there's lots of errors. Someone told me that, and I was shocked. They said, "Yeah, um, I guess the station must have got indication that this car had such and stuff." And when they went, there was nothing there, and they were so pissed off because the
Mm.
AI told them to
Oh
go
wow.
pull this car down because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's all.
wow.
It's only right about half the time, and I've had to check it many times. I've even checked problems with my body, and then I go to see the doctor, and he says that's completely false.
It
And
does that
so I would,
too.
yeah, oh yeah. You mean if you go, I have a sore hand, and it's doing this and this. I got tingling in these fingers. This happened to me recently, and I checked, and it was all
Oh,
saying, "Oh man, you've got carpal tunnel syndrome. There's no question about it." And I went to see my physio, and he said, "This is absolutely false. It's not right. It is you,
oh,
this
it's
wherever you got this information isn't correct. You felt my wrist," and he goes, "You're not even close." Not
wow.
even close. So
Yeah,
this is how much you need to or can trust AI to be correct if you're asking it for information. I use it, maybe Petra, you do this too, to rewrite documents for me so that they sound better in the amount of words that I want to say. That's what I
Exactly.
like it. That's what I like it
yeah,
for.
exactly. It's good for that, and it's dangerous too because like everybody, you type in the person's name, it brings up a whole history of that person. Like even if I
Mm-hmm.
put in Tasha T, it brings up stuff. I'm like, what? Okay, where did they know that from?
Yeah.
So it's I mean, it's good and it's bad. You got to know when to use it, how to use it, and as you
It's
said,
exact
it's good to help you with some of your documents and so forth.
it's like the internet, which is only half correct.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
that's
Mm.
where it gets all its information is from the internet. And it's only half right. So
and
if you
that's why
believe every,
we got to stick to the books.
yeah, I agree. Totally.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Tasha, to drop this one in, and do you think the future is of the industry is for artists to go out there to perform as opposed to dwelling on the internet, like you on AI, like you rightly said. You know what? People, have we come to this point where if I have to listen to music, I have to think about whether it is authentic or it's not, or is this AI? It's not AI, as opposed to listening to Tasha 10 years ago. And so, yeah, that's Tasha. Do we have to go through this because it's mind-boggling? Is you don't know what is true, what is not true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true. I just feel, as you said, the internet it's very scary, and a lot of things on the internet is not true. and some are true. So it's hard for us to decide what is true and what is not true. You know what I mean? So we just got to know, okay, you always have to, you know, double check. Not everything you see on the internet you're gonna believe. You gotta look at other sources and books to say yes, this is true or it's not true. When it comes to even some of the songs that when you scroll through, now I'm able to detect if it's AI singing it or not. Because it's the same voice, the same vocal
Thank
Exactly.
you. That's right.
that they
Mm.
use, you know? So
Yeah.
you're like, okay. But even this other singer that came out, and he has a nice song. What's it called again? I think his name is Delani, or oh my gosh, I can't remember. And his voice sound like the AI, but it's actually his voice.
Mm.
You
Mm.
know, his voice remind me of the other AIs that I see people would use behind their pictures or music, and I'm like, wow. And then I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually him. You understand? So eventually, we're gonna know as times go by, because the more you hear it, the more you see it, you're gonna able to detect. Yeah, this is AI. This is real. This is not. You know.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, man, AI. I remember going to college and I had to do a report, and that came up, and I'm like, oh, that not gonna happen. Who tell me so? That happened like 5, 6 years after, seven
Wow.
years after. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's the
It's,
signs of the times, and you know, negative and the system, Satan is trying their best to capture as much as he can. You know,
Hmm.
so we know it says good over evil, and God always come first. So no matter how you see everything is going, it all's gonna come right back to the Almighty Father that is gonna lead us and guide us, and for us not to get caught up in what is happening now in the world. Yeah.
so the future of music for artists is to go out there to perform, make your money, and then get out of it. That's
Yeah, but at the same time, it's so hard because we're not even making money through these streaming platforms.
yeah, yeah,
True. Yes, we've
yeah.
discussed this many
And,
times.
you know, we're putting so much into it and not making it back. And the
Yeah.
only way you're gonna make it back is through your shows, or they
Yes.
would say through dub plates, because we're not
Yeah.
making any money back to the
Yeah.
stream.
Mm,
And I'm
mm,
like, how do we go around this? Like, instead of putting your stuff on the streaming platform, how do we sell our own music? Because it's like you put so much money into it, and the third party companies are making more than what we put in. They're making more than
Exactly.
us. So how do we get around with it? It's like, okay, it's just about, keeping yourself relevant, keeping the music out there by making your social media present. It's just, it's sad, and that's why I want to go back to vinyl with my upcoming
oh,
album.
oh,
Because
oh.
vinyl still does sell in the
Yeah,
European
we're speaking about
countries.
that for
Yeah,
sure.
we need to go back to that. And I still have all those records my mom collected.
Quite a
you
lot.
know, I still have them.
Yeah,
I still have my cassettes too, and my cassette player.
nice.
So if everything shut down, me still can play my record on my cassette.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Because I always say
exactly.
one day, this whole system, like, trust me, they're depending too much on technology, you know,
Mm.
and that's
Yeah.
So
our
relying on
downfall.
the Almighty.
Look at the other day, I think it was yesterday, where the Facebook shut down.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't
Hmm.
even know.
Oh, I
Yeah,
Yes.
it
didn't even know
shut
that
down,
either.
and I was like, "What is going on?" I couldn't even log in, nothing. Everything shut down.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
So
Hmm.
yes, what happened? I was trying to do something with Facebook, and it was saying, yeah, I was
yeah,
trying to make a post. And it said
Yeah.
something was wrong, but I was busy. I just clicked off and went onto something else, and then it worked later
Hmm.
on. But
yeah,
people
everything's
rely on the
just.
social media. Like, is there sometimes some people it's their livelihood. You know what I mean?
It
So
is. They sit on it every day, and
yeah,
and for me, I go with my energy and spirit. So I post what I feel like. Me no want nobody force me to say, you have post this there. No. I go with my energy and spirit. If my spirit and energy say whatever, then I do it. but I'm not gonna do it just to stay relevant or just to, I mean, I love my fans and everything, but they should, once you follow me, you should know my pattern that when I put up stuff, it's meaningful content and stuff that makes sense. I'm not just gonna go up there and, you know, the things that I see people do, it's ridiculous. But to each his own. We can't stop them no matter how I say and everything you propose and everything you share, no one's gonna listen to that. They're just gonna do what they want to do. But I have to continue, just keep it, the message, keep it out there, keep it going. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I have to bow out, folks. I've got to be somewhere in 10 minutes. So I will see
All right.
you next time. Okay. Thanks.
Nice
So,
talking to you,
thank,
Ron. Mwah. You have a
likewise.
blessed day.
Take care.
Have a
Okay.
good one. All right.
Bye bye.
Yeah, I have to go now too.
Okay. So Petraa, take us
Yeah,
home.
so it was definitely a great show. It was great touching base with you, Tasha. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate you too,
Thank
sis.
you.
It's a blessing and a pleasure. Keep up the great works. I love what you're doing with the music, the community,
Thank
the
you.
philanthropy work.
Yes.
It's the end of your time.
It was posted, and whenever you launch the album, we'd love to have you back on the show.
Yes, I would definitely let you know. And you inspired me. Check it out.
Awesome.
And there's a
All
video
right.
for the Fire Me and also Jamaica at Nice. So yeah. Thank you so much. Much love and
Thank
respect
you.
every time. God bless you all. God
Thank
bless the
you.
world and the children. And remember, look out for my upcoming One World album and continue to download and stream 10 Foot Wall. Yes. It's hitting some charts now, man. The Reggae North chart, the New York Network Foundation chart, and also the Rebel Vibes chart. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
Much
playing
love.
on Roots Reggae Radio too. So
Oh yes. Big up yourself.
yeah.
Rastafari. Yeah,
All
man.
right.
All right.
Thank
And
you.
big up to my team. Yes, big up to my team. Yes. Paul Patchy, right?
Awesome. Big up, Paul.
Lady P, Harold Rasmoses, everyone that's been a part of Tasha T's journey from then till now. So, yeah, man, big up. Thank you so much. Mwah.
Mwah. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you
Alrighty.
too.
Big up yourself, TYB.
Thank you.
You know
Come
what?
back
Before you
again.
go, what does it stand for? The TYB.
They are my initials, Theo Yao Boache from Ghana. So it's my
Oh, you're
initial.
from Ghana.
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking forward to go Ghana. I was
That's
supposed to
right.
go last year for my African tour, the school tour actually.
That's right.
I reached out to some of the schools out there.
That's
So
right.
I'm looking forward to go back on the African content by doing my school tour and touring and performing and so forth. So when I'm ready, Petra, we're gonna hit him up, right? And you can connect me with more people out there.
Definitely. See,
All
right.
TYB, I thought the TYB stood for the young boy. YB,
All right.
AKA.
All right.
I have a good one. God
Good
You
bless
too, Tasha.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
blessings.
Okay. So,
So,
Petra, yeah, that was a very good show. And take us home.
Yeah, definitely. So honestly, that was an amazing, amazing show with the amazing Tasha T. It was great to have her on, hear about all the wonderful things she's doing in music and also for the community, philanthropy work, and for the children. So it was awesome. And yeah, you're going to find us here again next week, Saturday, with another amazing guest. Be sure to join us on the Highway 6 to Africa. Make sure your seatbelts on, buckled in, windows down, breeze blowing, music turned up, and you'll catch us on the highway. See you next week.